Hello team, welcome back. This is a new section where we will learn about how we can build our own custom Docker images. For this, first we learn about the Docker file. Docker file is a file which will be used to create the basic images or the custom images. In the Docker file, first we will go through the basics of the Docker file, like what is the Docker file and what is the use of Docker file to create or build your custom images. So when we are talking about the Docker builds, we are talking about the Docker images, then Docker can build the images automatically by reading the instruction from a Docker file. So first, to create the image, we need to define a Docker file which have all the instruction which is required to create the build automatically. This Docker file is a text document which contain all the commands and the instructions which is required to create the Docker image, right? These commands can be called by the user on a command line as well. A Docker image is nothing, it is just a read-only layers which is basically defined inside the Docker file. So in the form of instructions, Docker file have different layers, and these layers will be used by the Docker to create the Docker image, right? And Docker image will only contain the delta. We have already discussed about it when we was updating our last image on the hub.docker.com. Then we have seen the unchanged part of the Docker image was not uploaded, right? We have seen when we change the version and uploaded the image again, then we get the message layer already exists and layer already exists. So it means Docker will automatically consume the delta, which is a difference between the current image and the previous version. If we want to create a Docker image from a Docker file, then we need to execute this particular command. We need to execute docker build -f. Then we need to provide the path of my Docker file in my machine. So this is the very basic introduction of the Docker file. Now we will learn about the format of the Docker file, in which format you can create the Docker file, what are the options available inside the Docker file, how you can build your own images with the help of the Docker file, and we will also go through some official Docker files which is available on the hub.docker.com. So thank you guys, thanks for your time.